You are here. You are safe. You do not need to do anything. A small candle burns in the quiet room. Its flame is gentle and steady, a soft point of warmth in the dark. The light rests on the wall, and the wall rests back, calm and still. You are lying down in a way that feels simple. Your body meets the bed, and the bed supports you without asking anything from you. The air is comfortable. Not too warm, not too cool. Just enough. The room is quiet in the best way. Quiet like a closed book. Quiet like an evening that has already finished today's work. You notice the candle again. It does not hurry. It simply glows. The flame makes a small, peaceful dance. Not a show. Just a slow movement, like breathing. If you want, you can imagine that each time the candlelight shifts, it is telling your nervous system, it is okay to rest now. A simple message. A kind message. You do not have to listen hard. You can let the words come and go. Your eyes can stay closed. Or your eyelids can soften, heavy and relaxed. Either way is fine. You feel the room around you. A quiet space. A safe space. A space that expects nothing. The candlelight touches the edges of the room. It does not search. It does not inspect. It simply gives a little glow to whatever is near. Maybe you imagine a wooden table. Maybe a small cup sits there, empty now, finished. Maybe a folded blanket rests at the foot of the bed. Everything is ordinary. Everything is calm. In this quiet room, time feels slower. Not because it is forced to be slow, but because nothing is pushing it. You are allowed to be exactly as you are. No fixing. No improving. No catching up. Just being. You can begin to notice your breathing. Not to change it. Just to notice. Breathing in, and breathing out. A simple rhythm. An old rhythm. There is a small pause after the exhale. A tiny quiet space. You can rest in that space. Inhale. And exhale. The exhale is a gentle letting go. As you breathe out, you can imagine releasing any tightness you do not need. Not by forcing it away. Just by allowing it to loosen, little by little. Your forehead can smooth. Your jaw can unclench. Your shoulders can drop a little. Your arms can feel heavier. Your hands can soften. Your fingers can let go of their invisible tasks. The candlelight remains steady. A small warm presence. A quiet companion. You might notice how the light makes gentle shadows. Soft shapes that move slowly. They do not mean anything. they do not require attention. You can imagine the candle is placed in a safe holder. Stable. Protected. Everything is okay. You can notice the smallest sounds that remain. Maybe a faint hum in the distance. Maybe the soft sound of fabric as you breathe. These sounds are not interruptions. They are signs that the world is steady. You can feel the temperature of the air on your skin, on your cheeks, on your hands, on your ankles. Nothing extreme. Just a quiet, even comfort. If you like, you can imagine the candlelight warming the room in a slow circle. Not hot. Just gently warm, like sunlight through a curtain. A calm warmth that tells the body, you can soften now. You do not need to hold yourself up. You can let gravity do its work. Let the mattress carry you. Let the pillow carry you. Let the night carry you. One more soft exhale, and you sink. In this room, there is no urgency. There is no sharp sound. There is no sudden change. Only a steady voice, and a steady quiet. If thoughts appear, that is normal. Thoughts can pass through like clouds. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to solve them. You can let a thought float by, and then return to the candlelight. Return to the breath. Return to the feeling of being supported. Now, you can feel the back of your head resting. Your neck can be long and easy. You can feel the weight of your body settling down. The shoulders settle. The spine settles. The hips settle. The legs settle. Your knees can loosen. Your calves can soften. Your ankles can rest. Your feet can become pleasantly heavy. You do not need to stay awake. You do not need to try. The candlelight continues. A small glow, like a gentle promise. With each breath, the room feels more familiar. More quiet. More kind. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing out, and letting go. The candle does not ask you questions. It does not remind you of anything. It simply burns, patient and quiet. If a memory comes, you can let it pass. If a plan comes, you can let it pass. If a worry comes, you can let it pass. You can return to the candlelight. Return to the breath. Return to the quiet room. The quiet room holds you. The bed holds you. The night holds you. And you can rest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Your eyelids can feel heavier now. Soft. Warm. Relaxed. The candlelight stays steady. The quiet stays steady. And you can drift, little by little, into the comfortable darkness, into the soft stillness, into sleep. The candle is still there. A small flame, steady and kind. You do not need to picture it perfectly. Just the idea is enough. A quiet room. A warm point of light. A gentle night. The room has a calm shape. Simple corners. Soft shadows. Nothing moving quickly. Nothing asking for attention. The candlelight touches the ceiling and then fades. It touches the wall and then rests. It touches the floor and becomes quiet again. If you imagine the room, you can imagine it tidy. Not strict. Not perfect. Just uncluttered. A room that feels easy to be in. Maybe there is a curtain. A light curtain that hangs without effort. The fabric is still. It simply rests. Maybe there is a window behind the curtain. The window is dark. Outside is quiet. No bright lights. No sharp sounds. Only nighttime, calm and wide. You do not need to know what is outside. You only need to know that you are inside. Safe. Supported. Warm enough. The candle is like a small lighthouse, but for rest. It does not guide you anywhere. It simply reminds you that you have already arrived. You have arrived in the quiet room. You have arrived in this moment. You have arrived at the part of the day where you can let go. The candlelight makes gentle patterns. A slow shift on the wall. A soft shadow near the edge of the room. A quiet glow on the blanket. The candlelight does not force your eyes to focus. It stays gentle. It stays soft. In this room, the air feels steady. Not thin. Not heavy. Just steady. You may notice the quiet sound of your breathing again. In, and out. In, and out. And the room quietly breathes with you. A room holds air. You hold air. Everything is calm. This is the part where the scene settles. The mind does not need to wander far. It can stay here. In this quiet room. With the candle. If thoughts drift in, they can drift out. Like small leaves on slow water. No grabbing. No pushing. Just letting them pass. You can return to one simple image. The candle. The steady flame. The soft circle of light. The circle of light is not large. It only fills what you need. A small area of safety. A small area of warmth. A small area of calm. You can feel the bed supporting you again. Your back. Your shoulders. your hips, your legs. The bed does not move. It supports you steadily. If you are holding any tightness, you can loosen it a little. Not all at once. Just a little. The forehead, the jaw, the throat, the shoulders. You do not need to be alert. You do not need to prepare. You do not need to plan. In this room, nothing is urgent. The candlelight continues, patient and quiet. It does not flicker sharply. It does not startle. It simply moves in a slow, gentle way. The light is soft on your face. Soft on your eyelids. Soft on your hands. You can let your hands rest wherever they are. On the blanket. On the bed. By your side. They can be heavy. They can be quiet. Your arms can feel pleasantly warm. Your wrists can soften. Your fingers can uncurl. The room stays the same. The candle stays the same. The night stays the same. That sameness is helpful. Because you do not have to watch for changes. Because nothing is going to rush. You can allow the scene to become familiar. Like a place you return to. A quiet room with candlelight. If you like, you can notice the temperature around your chest. The rise and fall as you breathe. The gentle movement. And you can notice the temperature around your feet. Maybe wrapped in a blanket. Either way, calm. If you imagine a blanket, imagine it simple. A soft texture. A steady weight. Not too heavy. Just enough to feel held. The candlelight touches the folds of the blanket. Soft, quiet shapes. Maybe there is a small table near the candle. The wood is smooth, softly worn. Nothing shiny, nothing loud. Just quiet and simple. Maybe a cup rests there, empty now. Finished. No more sipping, no more doing. Just a small object that says, the day is over. And maybe there is a book, closed. Not because you must stop reading. Just because you can stop trying. A closed book is permission to rest. The candlelight touches the table, and makes the edges softer. It touches the cup, and makes the shape calm. It touches the closed book, and makes it feel safe to leave things unfinished. You do not need to finish anything tonight. You only need to rest. You might notice a faint sound far away. A soft hum, very distant. Or maybe nothing at all. Either is fine. Silence can be a gentle blanket too. The quiet in this room is friendly. It does not feel empty. It feels calm. You can return, again and again, 2 3 gentle sentences. The candle is still there. The room is quiet. You are safe. Let those simple sentences wash through you. No effort. No pressure. Just a soft reminder. There is nothing you must hold up. Nothing you must carry. Just this quiet room, and the steady light. And as the scene holds steady, your mind can begin to drift, slowly, softly, into sleep. The candle is still burning. The room is still quiet. And now, you can begin to settle deeper into your body. You do not need to think. You do not need to understand. You only need to feel. You can feel the place where your body touches the bed. The back of your head. The shoulders. The upper back. The lower back. You can feel the bed holding you. Steady. Patient. Strong enough. Your face can soften. The tiny muscles around the eyes can relax. The space between your eyebrows can smooth. Your cheeks can become heavy. Your mouth can rest in a neutral shape. Your tongue can rest gently behind your teeth. Your jaw can loosen. Not forced. Just allowed. And as the jaw loosens, the neck can soften too. The front of the throat can feel open. The sides of the neck can release a little. Your shoulders can drop. A small drop. A quiet drop. If your shoulders feel tight, you do not need to fight them. You can simply notice them. And with each exhale, you can let them become a little softer. Inhale. And exhale. Let the exhale be slightly longer than the inhale. Not by effort. Just by permission. Inhale. And exhale. You can notice the chest rising and falling. A gentle movement. Not dramatic. Just enough. And under the chest, the belly can move too. A small expansion. A small release. You do not need to breathe deeply. You do not need to do it perfectly. Just breathing is enough. Now, you can notice your arms. The upper arms resting. The elbows heavy. The forearms supported. Your wrists can loosen. Your hands can soften. Your fingers can uncurl. If your hands are holding invisible work, they can stop now. There is nothing to hold. Nothing to grip. Nothing to fix. Your hands can become warm and quiet. Inhale. And exhale. You can notice the center of your body now. The ribcage. The waist. The hips. The hips can be heavy. They can sink into the bed. If there is any tightness in the lower back, you can imagine the bed receiving it. The bed takes the weight. The bed takes the tension. You can let it go down, down into the mattress, down into support. Inhale. And exhale. Now, your legs. The thighs can soften. The knees can loosen. The calves can rest. Your ankles can release. Your feet can become pleasantly heavy. You might notice a gentle warmth in your feet, or a gentle coolness. Either one is fine. You do not need to change anything. You only need to allow the body to be. Now, you can do a quiet body scan, slowly. Not searching for problems. Just noticing comfort. The forehead. Soft. The eyes. Heavy. The jaw. Loose. The neck. Easy. The shoulders. Dropped. The chest. Moving gently. The belly. Calm. The hips. Heavy. The legs. Resting. The feet. Quiet. And now, the whole body at once. One shape. One weight. One calm presence. The candlelight is still there, but you do not need to look at it. You can feel it as warmth in the room. A steady glow. A steady night. As you breathe, you can imagine the candlelight traveling with the air. Inhale, bringing in soft warmth. Exhale, releasing effort. Inhale, soft warmth. Exhale, letting go. And each time you exhale, your body becomes a little heavier. Not stuck. Just settled. Heavier shoulders. Heavier arms. Heavier legs. A gentle heaviness that feels safe. If any thoughts appear, you can leave them at the edge of the room. You do not need to bring them into the bed. You do not need to carry them in your chest. You can keep returning to the body. To the breath. To the feeling of support. Inhale. And exhale. The breath is quiet. The body is quiet. The room is quiet. And in this quiet, sleep becomes easier. Not forced. Not chased. Just allowed. You can rest now. You can soften now. You can sink now. And the steady candlelight stays with you, as you drift, slowly, gently, into sleep. The candle is still there. The room is still quiet. And now, you do not need to follow thoughts. You can let thinking become soft. You can let meaning become distant. You can let the mind do nothing. You do not have to solve anything. You do not have to remember anything. You do not have to plan anything. If a thought appears, that is okay. You do not need to answer it. You do not need to push it away. You can let it drift. Like a small paper boat on slow water. It floats past. And it goes. You can return to something simple. The feeling of the bed. The steady air. The quiet candlelight. There is no task in this moment. No goal. No result. Just quiet. You can let the words become background. You can let the voice be a soft sound. Not information. Just calm. Now, imagine the candlelight as a slow, gentle wave. A warm wave that comes and goes. Not strong. Not dramatic. Just there. The light moves slightly on the wall. And then it rests. And then it moves again. And then it rests. Nothing to figure out. Nothing to watch closely. Just a slow rhythm. If you notice the breath, you can notice it lightly. In. Out. No need to count. No need to control. Just letting it happen. In. Out. The space between thoughts can open. A small empty space. A quiet space. You can rest in that space. A thought may come. And a thought may go. You do not need to take it seriously. You do not need to follow it. You can let it pass like a distant train sound. Far away. Not yours. Not important. The candle is still there. The room is still quiet. You can return to a simple sentence. Nothing is needed. Nothing is urgent. Nothing is needed. Nothing is urgent. You can repeat it without effort. Like a soft rocking motion. Nothing is needed. Nothing is urgent. And if you do not want words, you can use a simpler feeling. A quiet yes. A quiet okay. 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 The bed is holding you. The night is holding you. The room is holding you. You do not need to hold anything back. The mind can become wide and empty. Not empty like lonely. Empty like peaceful. Empty like a clear sky at night. Thoughts can be small clouds. They can move across. And then disappear. You are not the clouds. You are the sky. The candlelight stays steady. The quiet stays steady. If a memory appears, you can let it dissolve. If a worry appears, you can let it soften. If an idea appears, you can let it fade. No grabbing. No pushing. Just letting. You can return to the feeling of heaviness. The shoulders heavy. The arms heavy. The legs heavy. A safe heaviness. A settled heaviness. And then, even the idea of the body can become less important. Not gone. Just less. You do not need to label anything. You do not need to name anything. You can just rest. The candle is still there. The room is still quiet. You can let the mind become quieter now. Like a dimmer switch turning down. Lower. Softer. Calmer. Lower. Softer. Calmer. And if thoughts return, that is fine. You can let them pass again. Like leaves drifting. Like dust floating in a beam of light. Like gentle movement with no meaning. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to sleep. No effort. No trying. Just drifting. The voice can become distant. The words can become faint. The quiet can become deeper. And the candlelight remains, a small warm glow, as you sink, slowly, gently, into sleep. The candle is still there. The room is still quiet. And now, everything can become even softer. You do not need to imagine more. You do not need to add anything. You can let the scene stay simple. A quiet room. A small candle. A steady glow. Nothing changes. Nothing asks for attention. You can let the mind become quieter. Not by trying. Just by allowing. If a thought appears, it can fade. If a feeling appears, it can soften. If a sound appears, it can pass. You do not need to hold on to any of it. You can return to a single, gentle idea. You are resting now. You are resting now. The bed supports you. The air supports you. The night supports you. Your body can become heavier. Not forced. Just settled. The shoulders settle. The arms settle. The hands settle. The chest rises and falls, quietly. The belly rises and falls, quietly. In. Out. In. Out. The breath can be small. The breath can be easy. The room stays the same. The candle stays the same. That sameness is safe. You can let your face soften again. The forehead smooth. The eyes heavy. The jaw loose. The neck easy. The shoulders down. And then, even that can become less important. You do not need to check the body. You do not need to scan. You can just sink. Like a warm stone settling to the bottom of calm water. No splash. No movement. Just sinking. Down. Down. Softer. Softer. The voice can become quieter in your mind. Not quieter in volume. Quieter in meaning. The words do not need to be understood. They can be like wind moving through a curtain. A soft sound. Nothing more. The candlelight is steady. The shadows are gentle. The room is calm. And your mind can become calm too. If you notice a thought, you can let it go. If you notice a memory, you can let it go. If you notice a plan, you can let it go. You do not need to touch it. You do not need to turn it over. Just let it drift away. You can return to a simple phrase. Soft. Quiet. Safe. Soft. Quiet. Safe. The bed is holding you. You can let your legs become heavy. The thighs heavy. The knees loose. The calves resting. The ankles released. The feet quiet. If the toes want to relax, they can relax. If the feet want to warm, they can warm. Everything is allowed to settle. The candlelight feels like warmth at the edge of the room. A gentle warmth. A gentle presence. And you can let the edges of awareness soften. Like a picture slowly blurring. You do not need sharp focus. You do not need clear images. You can let everything be slightly out of focus. Like a dream beginning. The quiet room becomes softer. The candle becomes softer. The night becomes softer. And you become softer. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing out. Letting go. Breathing out. Letting go. The exhale can be a gentle release. A small letting go. And after the exhale, there is a pause. A tiny pause. A quiet pause. You can rest in that pause. No effort. No work. No thinking. Just resting. The candle is still there. The room is still quiet. And now, you can drift further. Further into heaviness. Further into stillness. Further into sleep. If you hear the voice, it is fine. If you do not hear it clearly, it is fine. You can let the words fade at the edges. You can let the meaning dissolve. You can let everything become simple. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. And as you rest, the mind can slip gently into sleep. Not suddenly. Not sharply. Just softly. Like sliding under a warm blanket. Like sinking into a safe bed. Like returning to a calm, dark place inside. The candlelight remains, steady and kind. The room remains, quiet and safe. And you can sleep now. You can sleep now. Down. Soft. Quiet. Down. Soft. Quiet. The candle is still there. The room is still quiet. And now, you do not need to do anything at all. No thinking. No listening. No effort. Just resting. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to sleep. The bed holds you. The night holds you. The quiet room holds you. Everything can be simple. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Nothing to solve. Nothing to remember. Nothing to plan. If a thought appears, it can fade. If a feeling appears, it can soften. If a sound appears, it can pass. You do not need to follow it. You can let the mind become smaller. Not small in a tight way. Small in a calm way. Like a single point of warmth. The candle is that point. A soft glow. You do not need to picture the candle. You can simply feel its presence. Warm. Steady. And you can let your awareness become dim. Like a light turning down. Lower. Softer. Lower. Lower. The room stays the same. The candle stays the same. The night stays the same. That sameness is safe. You can let the body be heavy. Heavy shoulders. Heavy arms. Heavy legs. Heavy body. Safe body. Resting body. The breath is quiet. In. Out. In. Out. No need to change it. The exhale is a release. A small release. A soft release. Exhale. Release. Exhale. Release. And after the exhale, a pause. A quiet pause. A soft pause. Pause. You can rest in the pause. The words can become less important now. They can be far away, like a soft sound in another room. You do not need meaning. You do not need images. Just rest. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. You are safe. You are safe. If you notice anything at all, notice only this. Safe. Soft. Quiet. Safe. Soft. Quiet. And if even that feels like too much, you can let it go too. You can let everything go. The candle remains. The room remains. You do not need to stay awake. You can sink. Down. 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 Softer. 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 The bed is holding you. The bed is holding you. Holding you. Holding you. The night is quiet. The night is quiet. 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 You can let your face relax. You can let your eyes rest. You can let your jaw soften. No checking. No scanning. No effort. Just resting. The shoulders are heavy. The arms are heavy. The hands are heavy. The hips are heavy. The legs are heavy. The feet are heavy. 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 Safe. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing out. Letting go. Breathing out. Letting go. Letting go. You do not need to hold anything. You do not need to hold the day. You do not need to hold the future. Nothing to hold. The room is quiet. The candle is steady. Steady. Quiet. And the quiet can widen. Like a soft darkness expanding. Not scary. Not empty. Peaceful. Just peaceful. If a thought comes, it floats away. If a memory comes, it floats away. If a worry comes, it floats away. 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 You do not have to do anything about it. You can let yourself drift. 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 The voice can become distant. The words can become a blur. A soft blur. You can sleep now. You can sleep now. No effort. No effort. just sleep. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Safe. Soft. Quiet. Safe. Soft. Quiet. Down. Soft. Quiet. Down. Soft. Quiet. And if you are already asleep, that is perfect. If you are almost asleep, that is perfect. If you are somewhere in between, that is perfect too. Nothing to fix. Nothing to do. The candle stays. The room stays. You drift. You sink. You rest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing out. Release. Breathing out. Release. Release. Quiet. Soft. Sleep. Quiet. Soft. Sleep. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Quiet room. Candlelight. Rest. Safe. Safe. And you can let everything fade now. Fade. Fade. Down. Soft. Quiet. Sleep.